Hey guys, it's Xavier Rose, and I'm making this video straight after the grief one because there was a Reddit post about crystals in the Wicca subreddit. And if you know me, you know very well that I can sometimes come off as a gatekeeper of the Wiccan community. And it stems from my fear of not wanting Wicca to go the way other forms of witchcraft have gone. I don't want Wicca to become just taking bits and pieces from other people's religions or practices. I don't want that for Wicca. And I think, Buckland and Gardner said it very well when they said, well, how long until we say they call themselves Wiccans, but really they're just witches? And now people saying, well, Wiccans are just happier, fluffier witches. So the thing is that Wicca is a religion, and before witchcraft left our hands to be put in the hands of anybody who wanted to practice magic and call it witchcraft, it was a religion. Witchcraft was a religion. But now the religious parts of what people deem witchcraft is what we now know as Wicca. Wicca, this is how I view it. Wicca is the base forms of witchcraft, and witchcraft today that is practiced by eclectics all across the world is a bastardized version. That's not a bad thing. When I say bastardize, people go, like, it's not a bad thing to bastardize something to work for you. And that's all I mean. I don't mean, it's terrible what people are doing. I can't take bits and pieces from other people's practices to make it work for me. I need a structure. I need foundation. My gods expect it. My gods expect me to do things a certain way that a group of people before me were doing. If we're all praying differently, I just don't think someone who practices voodoo and Santeria should have, it should be surprised that a Greek goddess didn't fulfill their wish because they were practicing Santeria and voodoo and doing Santeria or voodoo practices in order to get the attention of Aphrodite. Why are you shocked? But I'll get into tonight's subject for you, and that is crystals. And do I think crystals are innately Wiccan? No. I have never been that Wiccan who is drawn to crystals. I have crystals, I buy crystals, but I buy crystals to put in witches' bottles or gifts for other people. I don't typically use crystals for healing or anything other than meditation. And when I say I use it for meditation, I use it as a focal point. I don't use its energies to put me in another, whatever you want to call it. I don't use crystals in the way people say they work. I've just never felt that kind of connection to crystals. I just don't know, because why are crystals so highly regarded, but pebbles, stones, gypsum, cement, and sand are just, nah? Why can't people see gravelly rocks as something divine and full of energy? Why is a rose quartz one-upped? Why is a rose quartz cluster worth $35, but gravel is free. And also when we see crystals, this whole metaphysical movement, you know, crystal shops were a thing. People were using metaphysical medicine as part of, you know, aromatherapy or energy work. And these people weren't Wiccan or witches or anything like that, but they used crystals for therapy. And because these shops started attracting, because they started selling incense and crystals and little bric-a-brac, you know, tchotchkes that were, you know, witchy in nature, all of a sudden these metaphysical shops that sold crystals turned into witchcraft shops. And so people attached crystals to witchcraft. Do I think crystals are Wiccan or witchcraft in any way? No. Do I think witchcraft can utilize crystals in a way that they're useful? Sure. But I think holding the view that a tumbled jasper stone is much more energetic than 1 grain of sand is absolutely ludicrous. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe that. And I think people who highly regard crystals and are Wiccan or are witches usually are the younger ones, and they'll use crystals to get into practicing witchcraft. But I see crystals being used so dangerously. You know, people saying, well, put it in your water. Well, don't put crystals in water because they can leach heavy metals. Things like selenite should not be put in your water bottle for you to drink. You should not be doing that. You know, that's like saying put mercury in your water. You know, mercury is a natural metal. Would you drink it? No. Rust is a natural effect of oxygen and water and carbon. Would you drink that? No. So I think crystals just have this reputation of they're full of energy, so they work. Well, how are you releasing these energies? How are you using these energies? I've never understood that. People go, take a crystal and hold it in your hand and you'll feel it buzzing. Like, I've never felt that. I've never felt connection to crystals in that way. I think crystals are pretty. Yes, I think they are full of energy. Everything has energy. Right down to, for instance, my TV remote has energy in it. You know, everything that is and will be is made of energy. My voice, my breath, everything I'm doing now is because of energy. The 8 minutes and 35 seconds that's counting down, that is energy. That is just, you know, I don't know, I think, and you'll see people latch onto things like egg cleansers. Oh my God, can people on Reddit stop jumping on this egg cleanse trend? Like, you're not going to see things in egg yolk. You know, the whole point is to channel your energy into an egg and drop it in water, not interpret the fucking message. I don't understand that. I don't understand why it's so popular. However, with all that being said, look, I think we should be able to practice witchcraft how we want to practice it, sure. And harm none, do what you will. But I think there should be some knowledge and foundation there. And if you don't know what you're doing and you're just guessing because someone on TikTok or someone on Reddit or someone on some forum told you, hey, use this rose quartz crystal to attract love. what if rose quartz doesn't mean love to you? Who decided that rose quartz means love? I don't understand that. I don't understand working with crystals. I understand the symbolism of the colors. I understand that. I don't understand why these rocks have more energy than a grain of sand. I don't understand that. Are they witchcraft? No. Do I think they can be used in witchcraft? Sure. But if we look at things that people have written over the years, Silver Ravenwolf encouraged people in the book Teen Witch to use glitter in spells. And if you know about glitter, it's pretty fucking bad for the environment. It's microplastics. You don't want that in our waterways. And you know, if witches are all about being green, you know, you wouldn't want to use glitter. So I don't know. Crystals, I just don't think they're Wiccan or witchy at all. But yes, I do use crystals. I do use them as gifts. I do use them as focal points. I'll use them to represent Earth, or I'll use their color correspondence. I just don't think that they are more powerful than any other type of mineral. Crystals aren't that special, aren't more special than a beautiful rock you pick up on your walk to school of a morning. I just don't believe that. So, anyway, blessed be. Have a fantastic evening, everyone, and I'll talk to you all when I get a chance.